In Florida, a bill in the state legislature is making national headlines for seeking to relax child labor laws. The proposal narrowly passed a state Senate panel on Tuesday. It would eliminate regulations that keep 16 and 17-year-olds from working jobs before 6 a.m. or after 11 p.m. on school days. It would also allow teens to work 8 hours on school days and work more than 30 hours a week. It would end the requirement that teens get a meal break of at least 30 minutes when they work 8 hours. It would also get rid of restrictions for 14 and 15-year-olds who are homeschooled. And joining us now in this discussion, Harley Shaiken, professor at UC Berkeley, who specializes in labor and global economy. Harley, thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
First, this bill is in response to a shortage of labor, due in part to a crackdown on immigration. Could we start seeing more bills like this across the country?
I hope not, but it's certainly very possible. This bill takes us back more than a century to roughly 1910, when children were working in mills, in mines, in all kinds of work, to roll back the protections we've built up over the years against child labor seems like a rather extraordinary and very disturbing step.
And in modern times, have we seen this kind of relaxation of child labor laws anywhere else? If so, what were the results?
I'm not aware of any relaxation remotely like this, let alone in an economy such as ours. It's not just that the children really will be working hard with little protection immediately, but the damage could last the rest of their lives. We split the country into two classes: those where the parents are able to send their children to public schools, and those where children are working. And even though they may be attending classes, if you're working all night, what's your attention span going to be? So it's pretty dismal and really, really hard to understand.
Well, opponents of the bill say it will negatively affect school performance. However, supporters say it will give teens good experience. What has history shown?
Oh, that it will be very bad. We can look most recently at what happened to school test scores during COVID. Just the disruption of going to class led to market declines that we are still recovering from, and in some cases may never recover from. So it's not just, well, it'll be tough for a bit. It really will have lasting impact and mark the poorest and most vulnerable children for a lifetime where they won't be able to catch up.
Harley, thank you so much for sharing your perspectives here.
Thank you.